There is a quiet moment that happens in the doctor's office, a moment many of us know all too well. It usually happens on a Tuesday or a Thursday, just a regular weekday. You are sitting on that crinkly paper that covers the exam table, perhaps looking at a poster on the wall or just staring at your hands, waiting. The doctor comes in, holding a folder or looking at a screen, and the room feels suddenly very small. They might mention numbers. They might say words like filtration rate, or creatinine, or stage. And in that split second, the air seems to leave the room. It is natural to feel a heavy weight settle in your chest. You might think about your garden back home, or the grandchildren coming to visit next weekend, or simply the cup of coffee you had that morning. You might wonder if everything is about to change. But before we let that heavy feeling take root, I want to share something else with you. It is a detail that often gets lost in the medical charts and the serious conversations. While the numbers on the page are real, they are a snapshot of a moment in time, not a prediction of your entire future. The human body, especially as we move through our 60s and 70s, has a remarkable, quiet ability to seek balance. It does not need loud miracles. It often just needs a gentle, steady hand to guide it back to a place of stability. Today, we are going to set aside the fear. We are going to sit down together, as if we are having a cup of tea at your kitchen table, and walk through the practical, everyday steps that support kidney health. We are not talking about impossible changes or frightening medical procedures today. We are talking about the small, comforting decisions you make in the grocery aisle, the way you start your morning, and the peaceful routines that signal to your body that it is safe to heal. This is about finding hope not in a magic pill, but in the beautiful, simple rhythm of your daily life. The morning ritual and the power of hydration. Let us begin where every day begins, the morning. When you first wake up, perhaps the house is still quiet. Maybe you can hear the birds starting their day outside the window, or the hum of the refrigerator. In these first few minutes, your body is waking up from a long fast. Your kidneys have been working quietly all night, filtering and balancing your blood while you slept. This is a crucial time. Many of us have a habit of reaching immediately for the coffee pot. The smell of coffee is one of life's great comforts, and there is no need to feel guilty about enjoying it. However, there is a small adjustment here that can make a world of difference for your internal system. Before the coffee, before the toast, and before the medication routine, imagine placing a glass of plain, room temperature water on your nightstand or the kitchen counter. When you drink this water first thing, you are essentially giving your kidneys a gentle morning rinse. It helps to clear out the waste products that settled during the night. It does not have to be a large amount that makes you feel full or uncomfortable. Just a modest, clear glass of water. Think of it like watering a plant that has been sitting in the sun. The soil absorbs it gratefully. This small act signals to your kidneys that help has arrived. Now, let's talk about that medication routine. We all have those plastic organizers. Perhaps yours is blue or clear, with the days of the week marked on the lids using black letters. M, T, W, T, H, F. It is easy to view these pills as a chore or a reminder of illness. But let's try to shift that perspective just a little bit. When you take your blood pressure medication, for example, you aren't just swallowing a pill. You are effectively turning down the pressure in the pipes of your home. High blood pressure is like a fire hose turned on full blast inside a garden hose. It wears out the lining. By keeping that pressure managed, you are giving the delicate filters in your kidneys a rest. You are protecting them. So, as you take that morning medicine with your water, take a deep breath. Acknowledge that you are actively protecting your future. It is also important to mention checking in with your doctor about these medications. Sometimes, as we change our diets or lose a little weight, the dosages we need might change. It is always a good idea, perhaps every few months, to simply ask your doctor if your current list is still the best fit for your kidneys. It is a conversation, not a demand. You are the captain of this ship, and the doctor is the navigator helping you steer. The kitchen transformation, a sanctuary of health. Let's move from the bedroom to the kitchen. For many of us, the kitchen is the heart of the home. It is where we have fed our families, where we have baked holiday cookies, and where we stand to read the mail. But when you are looking after your kidney health, the kitchen can sometimes feel like a place full of traps. You might look at the pantry and wonder what is safe. Let's demystify this. We are not going to empty your cupboards and throw everything away. We are just going to look at things with a fresh pair of reading glasses. The biggest silent guest in our pantries is sodium or salt. Salt is tricky because it hides. It is not just in the salt shaker on the table. It lives in the canned soups, the boxes of seasoned rice, the deli meats, and even the bread. Imagine you are at the grocery store. You pick up a can of soup. It looks healthy. The label says vegetable or hearty. But when you turn it over and look at the nutrition label on the back, you might see that one serving contains 800 or 900 milligrams of sodium. That is nearly half of what is recommended for a whole day for someone protecting their kidneys. So, here is a practical swap. Instead of the canned soup, we look for the cartons that say unsalted stock or low-sodium broth. But then comes the question, won't it taste bland? This is where the joy of cooking comes back. We replace that heavy salt with bright, fresh flavors. Think about the smell of a fresh lemon being sliced open, that sharp, clean zest. Squeezing fresh lemon juice over roasted chicken or steamed fish wakes up the flavor without adding a single grain of salt. Think about garlic, onions, and fresh herbs like parsley, rosemary, or basil. Let's picture a specific dinner. Perhaps it is a Tuesday evening. Instead of a processed ham slice, which is very high in salt, imagine a piece of fresh chicken breast or a white fish like cod. You place it in a baking dish. You drizzle a little olive oil, maybe sprinkle some dried oregano and garlic powder. Not garlic salt, but garlic powder. You bake it until it is tender. The aroma filling your kitchen is warm and inviting. When you sit down to eat, you are not eating diet food. You are eating real, whole food that nourishes you without burdening your filters. This shift takes time. Your taste buds are like memory foam. They remember the high salt for a while. But after 2 or 3 weeks, they adjust. Suddenly, the processed foods will taste incredibly salty to you, and the natural sweetness of a carrot or the savory depth of a mushroom will become much more vivid. Understanding the protein balance. Now, we need to discuss protein. We have been told for decades that protein is strong, that it builds muscle, and that we need lots of it. And that is true, but when kidneys are asking for a rest, protein is a bit like heavy traffic. When your body digests protein, it creates waste products that the kidneys must filter out. If we eat a very large steak, it is like sending a convoy of heavy trucks down a small country road. It causes wear and tear. This does not mean you cannot eat meat. It just means we treat meat more like a side dish or a garnish, rather than the main event. Visualize your dinner plate. It is round and white. Draw a line down the middle. Half of that plate should be filled with vegetables, maybe green beans, peppers, or cabbage. Then, look at the remaining half. Split that in 2. 1 small quarter is for a scoop of rice or pasta. The last small quarter, about the size of a deck of playing cards, is for your protein. That is the safe zone. We can also explore proteins that are gentler on the system. Plant-based proteins, like tofu or certain legumes, tend to create less acidic waste than red meat. I know, the word tofu might sound strange if you grew up on meat and potatoes. But tofu is like a sponge. It tastes like whatever you cook it with. If you stir-fry it with ginger and scallions, it becomes savory and delicious. It is worth trying, just once, to see if it fits into your life. There is a safety note here. Everyone's stage of kidney health is different. Some people need to limit protein more than others. This is a great question to write down on a notepad for your next doctor's visit. What is the right amount of protein for me specifically? Having that number gives you a target, so you aren't guessing. The mineral dance, potassium and phosphorus. This next part is often the most confusing part of kidney health, but we can make it simple. It is about 2 minerals, potassium, and phosphorus. When kidneys are strong, they balance these minerals effortlessly, like a conductor leading an orchestra. When kidneys are tired, these minerals can build up in the blood, and the music gets chaotic. Let's talk about potassium first. Potassium is found in many healthy foods like bananas, potatoes, and tomatoes. But if your doctor has told you your potassium is getting high, you might feel afraid to eat fruits and vegetables. Here is a technique from the kitchen wisdom of many renal dietitians. It is called leaching. Let's say you love mashed potatoes. Potatoes are naturally high in potassium. However, if you peel the potatoes, cut them into small cubes, and soak them in a large pot of warm water for a few hours before cooking, a significant amount of that potassium seeps out into the water. You drain that water away, rinse them, and then boil them in fresh water. You can still enjoy your mashed potatoes, just with a little extra preparation step. Then there is phosphorus. This is a sneaky one. Phosphorus is naturally in foods like beans and nuts, but our bodies don't absorb that kind very well, so they are usually okay in moderation. The dangerous phosphorus is the added kind. It is used as a preservative in dark colas, bottled iced teas, and many packaged baking mixes. It acts like liquid cement in the body, pulling calcium out of your bones. The best way to avoid this is to become a detective. When you are in the supermarket aisle, pick up that bottle of iced tea. Look at the ingredient list. You are looking for the letters PHOS. You might see phosphoric acid or hexametaphosphate. If you see PHOS, put it back on the shelf. Choosing a home-brewed tea or water with a slice of cucumber is a choice that directly protects your bones and your heart. It is helpful to know that apples, berries, grapes, and pineapples are generally friendly fruits for the kidneys. Imagine a bowl of red raspberries or a crisp apple sliced up for an afternoon snack. These are low in potassium and full of natural sweetness. You do not have to give up fruit. You just have to choose the ones that love you back. Moving your body to help the flow. We have talked a lot about food, but what about the rest of your body? Movement is medicine, but it does not need to be intense. We are not talking about joining a gym with loud music and heavy weights. We are talking about circulation. Your kidneys rely on good blood flow to do their job. When we sit for too long, everything stagnates. Think about a morning walk. It is 8:30 a.m. You put on your comfortable sneakers, the ones with the good arch support. You step outside. The air is fresh. You walk around the block, or perhaps to the end of the lane and back. You are walking at a pace where you can still hold a conversation. This rhythmic movement helps your heart pump blood more efficiently to every organ, including the kidneys. It helps manage blood sugar levels, which is vital because high blood sugar is essentially sticky. It gums up the delicate filters we are trying to protect. If walking outside isn't an option due to weather or balance issues, think about movement inside the home. While you are watching your favorite television program in the evening, during the commercial breaks, simply stand up and march in place. Or do some gentle seated leg lifts. Reach your arms up toward the ceiling to stretch your rib cage. These small movements, done consistently, add up. They tell your body that you are active, alive, and engaged. There is also a connection between weight and kidney strain. Carrying extra weight forces the kidneys to filter a larger volume of blood, which is extra work. By eating those whole foods we discussed and moving your body gently every day, you might find that weight naturally settles to a healthier place without the stress of dieting. It is a side effect of caring for yourself. The silent stress connection. Now, we must address something that is invisible but powerful: stress. When we are worried about our health numbers, worried about our families, worried about the future, our bodies release stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline. These are fight or flight chemicals. They cause our blood pressure to rise and our blood sugar to spike. If we are stressed all day, every day, our kidneys never get a break from this chemical pressure. We need to build a firewall against stress. This doesn't mean ignoring problems, but it means creating moments of peace. Let's practice a technique right now. It is called box breathing. You can do this anywhere, in the waiting room, in traffic, or in your favorite armchair. Close your eyes for a moment if you are comfortable. Inhale slowly through your nose for a count of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold that breath gently for 4 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale slowly through your mouth for 4 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4. And rest for 4 counts. Doing this just 3 or 4 times sends a physical signal to your nervous system that says, "We are safe." Your heart rate slows down. Your blood vessels relax. This is physical protection for your kidneys. Sleep is another pillar of this protection. It is during deep sleep that the body performs its deepest repairs. If you struggle with sleep, as many of us do as we get older, try to create a wind-down ritual. An hour before bed, turn off the news. The news is designed to keep us alert and anxious. Instead, listen to an audiobook, read a chapter of a gentle novel, or listen to soft music. Make your bedroom cool and dark. If you wake up in the middle of the night, don't look at the clock. Just remind yourself that rest is good, even if you aren't perfectly asleep. Lying there, breathing, and resting your body is still valuable. Building your support team. You do not have to do this alone. In fact, trying to figure it all out by yourself is a recipe for anxiety. Your medical team is there to help, but sometimes you have to ask the right questions to get the best help. When you go to the doctor, bring a notebook. Write down your questions beforehand. Is my blood pressure where it needs to be? Can I speak with a renal dietitian? Are there any new treatments I should know about? A renal dietitian is a wonderful resource. Doctors are great at diagnosing and prescribing, but they often don't have the time to sit and talk about recipes or grocery shopping. A dietitian specializes in exactly that. They can look at your specific blood work, your unique potassium and phosphorus levels, and give you a tailored map of what to eat. It takes the guesswork out of it. If your insurance covers it, ask for a referral. Also, lean on your family or friends, but set boundaries. You don't need people policing your plate at Thanksgiving dinner. You can simply say to them, "I'm trying a new way of eating to help my energy levels, and I've got a plan." You don't have to explain every medical detail if you don't want to. Keep your circle supportive and positive. The long game, patience and plateaus. We have covered a lot of ground: water, food, movement, stress, and doctors. But there is one final piece of the puzzle: patience. In our modern world, we want instant results. We want to take a pill on Monday and be better by Wednesday. Kidney health is different. It is a slow, quiet process. There will be times when you do everything right. You eat the cauliflower rice, you take the walk, you sleep well, and the lab numbers don't move. Or maybe they dip a little in the wrong direction. It is natural to feel discouraged in those moments. You might feel like throwing your hands up and saying, "What is the point?" But remember, the body is complex. Maybe you were dehydrated that day. Maybe you were fighting off a small cold. One bad lab result does not mean failure. It just means you are still on the journey. Look for the trends over 6 months or a year, not just week to week. Celebrate the non-scale victories. Do you have more energy to play with the dog? Is your thinking clearer? Are your ankles less swollen in the evenings? These are physical signs that your body is happier, even if the lab sheet hasn't caught up yet. Trust the process. Consistency is more important than perfection. If you have a slice of birthday cake or a salty meal at a wedding, you haven't ruined everything. You just get back to your routine the next morning with your glass of water and your healthy breakfast. As we come to the end of our time together today, I want you to take a moment to acknowledge yourself. Just by being here, by listening to this, and by being willing to learn, you are taking a powerful stand for your health. You are not passive, you are active. You are not a victim of your biology, you are a partner with it. There is so much life left to be lived. There are sunrises to see, books to read, and conversations to have. Your kidneys are resilient, and with your gentle support, they can serve you well for a long time. I would love to hear from you in the comments below. We talked about a lot of small changes today, from the morning water to the box breathing. Which one of these ideas feels the most doable for you right now? Which one can you see yourself starting tomorrow morning? Let's share our plans and encourage each other. If you found this time helpful and you want to keep learning about how to live a vibrant, healthy life in your golden years, please consider clicking that subscribe button. It helps us stay connected so I can bring you more practical, gentle guidance. Until next time, take good care of yourself.